I was at Little Cedar Lake, which is down by West Bend this week. We set our nets on Friday and pulled them on Saturday to see how many fish we had. We only had 5 fish total, walleyes total. 4 males and 1 very, very, very green female. Water temperature was 39 degrees, so it's still fairly early. But as part of this process, an elderly gentleman came up to me who had seen a previous video where I was talking about there were a lot of males up or females up north and very few males. And he said, his question was, isn't having a lot of females a good thing? And well, of course it is. The more females you have, obviously, the more eggs you have spawned. The problem is if you don't have enough males available to fertilize the eggs, you get a real reduction in reproductive capacity. And from my research, what I've seen so far is that only about 34% of eggs that are naturally spawned have a tendency to be fertilized. Walleyes are what's called broadcast spreaders. They don't build a nest. The female swims along the shoreline or swims along whatever kind of structure she prefers to spawn on, and the males follow her. And the dilemma is a gravid female can have anywhere from 85 to 110,000 eggs, depending upon the size of the fish. And one individual male is incapable of producing enough milk to supply enough sperm to fertilize all these eggs. So the way it works is, and I'm going to use a pen as for instance, the female swimming along, and how she releases her eggs, she releases them in small contractions very rapidly. It's almost at a machine gun type sequence where she releases 200 to 500 eggs with each contraction, and the multiple males follow along, and they kind of take turns releasing milk, and this milk cloud then contains a lot of sperm, which allows all these eggs to be fertilized. But one male alone does not have enough capacity in their testicles to supply enough milk to fertilize all these broadcast eggs. When let's assume there's 85,000. So you need multiple males to facilitate good natural reproduction. And up north, they don't have that. It's just a fact. The male population up north has been overexploited for a long time. And when you don't have enough males at any given period or any given place to adequately fertilize a number of eggs. Like I said, the best I've seen, researchers vacuumed up eggs, put them in a hatching cylinder like we use in our hatcheries, and the best results they've seen so far for successful fertilization is only about 34% of the spawned eggs. And that's the best. The average is well below that, and if you don't have good fertilization and good survival of the eggs, your chances of having a robust, naturally reproducing population of walleyes in any system is compromised. So that's why having 2 to 3 males per female, or possibly more, quite often there's 4 or 5 or 6 males will follow each individual female. The spawning sequence lasts about 5 minutes. The females swim. They don't do it aggressively like you may have seen carp on the shoreline where they're splashing around and really making a scene of the spawning activity. It's kind of a subdued process. She'll swim along and the males swim, and they kind of tag team along beside her to facilitate egg spawning. And if you don't have enough males, you're not going to have good natural reproduction. That's just the long and short of it.